To create the structure for your branches, start by lining up the ends of the threaded rods and bind them with a piece of masking tape to hold them in place. From the same end, begin wrapping the bundle with masking tape. Attaching the tape at an angle will allow you to wrap continuously. Once the starting end of the branch is wrapped and secured up to about a foot, find 2 adjacent rods toward the outside of the bundle. Hold the main part of the bundle steady against the table with one hand, and bend the 2 rods away from the rest. Use small pieces of masking tape to get into the tight area where the rods separate, and bind the main group together here. Reinforce the binding at separation points with tape. Press down as you go to keep the tape looking neat and tidy. Wrap along the main bundle again to create space between the points where the rods separate. Take a moment to estimate where all of the separation points will be based on the number of rods in the branch being built. Basically, avoid bending out all of the rods too early in one spot, or spacing them so far apart that they all separate at the end. When you reach the spot where your next rods will separate, repeat the same process as before. Steady the bundle with one hand, and bend the 2 rods away from the group with the other hand. Repeat the process of wrapping and separating until you've reached the end of the bundle. The last 2 rods should still be aligned and run the full length of the branch. Now it's time to start shaping the twigs. Begin by binding the first pair of bent out rods together, starting where they connect to the main branch. Use the tape at an angle to get a continuous wrap until you've reached the point where the rods will separate. Keep in mind the twigs closest to the starting end of the branch will be the shortest. The twigs toward the opposite end will be the longest. Once the rods are wrapped up to the point where you want them to split, reinforce that spot with tape. Hold the rods together where the tape ends to avoid ripping them apart. With the other hand, bend the rods in opposite directions to create a split. Then trim the rods to an appropriate length. You can always cut more off, but it can't be put back on. Repeat this process of binding, splitting, and trimming the pairs along the entire branch. The last couple of pairs will not need any trimming. They should be long and graceful. Use one of the trimmed pieces to add some extra interest at the starting end. Lay the straight section of the trimming against the starting end of the branch and bind it with tape. Press down as you go to smooth out any wrinkles. Leave the last several inches exposed and bend it out into a short little sprig. It's a small detail that helps get a natural look. Take a look at the branch's shape overall and make any adjustments. A balance of twigs in all directions, organic curves in the twigs, and a gentle bend in the main branch will make for a naturally elegant shape. Finish off construction by wrapping any exposed parts of the rods with masking tape and smoothing it down. The base structure of the branch is now ready for surface treatment. In the next video, join Lauren as she shows you how to apply color and texture.